Not only do I get to do a new tag video today, I get to shout out a brand new booktuber today to the Christian booktuber community, and that is Jessie Dawn. Links are down below and up here for you guys to go and check her out. Welcome back to another video. Today I am doing the Fruits of the Spirit book tag, and this was created by Jessie Dawn, who is very new to booktube. Like I said, all her channel links and everything will be linked down below, or up. It'll be somewhere for you guys to go, because I know one of the biggest lies in booktube is it'll be linked down below, and then I always forget to put the links down there, so my bad, but they'll be somewhere for you guys to go and check this out. So Jessie Dawn created the Fruits of the Spirit book tag, and the Fruits of the Spirit are, of course, for some reason I don't have memorized: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, faithfulness, self-control, gentleness, patience. Obviously I never grew up in Awana, and I cannot remember any of the camp songs I learned at Bible camp, so But anyway, the Fruits of the Spirit book tag, she has books or questions related to each of the Fruits of the Spirit, which I'm going to go through, and that'll make sure I didn't forget any. So without further ado, here is the tag. The first one is love, and this one we are to list our 3 favorite fictional couples, and I narrowed it down to 3. I chose Leora and Edward. It was actually very hard to choose between the Melanie Dickerson couples, but I narrowed it down to my favorite Regency Spies of London book, because I really, really, really enjoyed their banter, like, so much. I loved this book so much. I then chose Finn and Anna from Anna Burning by Shannon Hale. Everybody needs a Finn. Do not settle for anyone that is not a Finn. Finn is incredible, chivalrous, respectful, kind, brave, ready to make a fool of himself. Like, he's so cute. I love them together. And Anna, who is so headstrong and just crazy and out there, and Finn's very like calm and peaceful but dedicated. He really balances Anna out. So, oh, I love this couple so much. And you can't list the top 3 couples without listing Faramir and Éowyn. Because Faramir and Éowyn, like, oh my goodness, the movies don't even do justice of some of the things Faramir says to Éowyn. Like, find yourself a Finn or a Faramir. Those are the men you want. Do not settle for anything less than a Finn or a Faramir. Next one is joy, and to name a character that went through horrible trials. Were they joyful? Would you have been if you were to go through what they went through? I chose Tally from the Anomaly trilogy. She really did go through a lot, like, you know, almost being killed, and a lot of, like, mind games played on her, losing people in her life, growing, struggling with her faith, struggling with a new faith, trying to figure out who she is in all of this and why she is different from one society, and then how she's to fit in with another. Like, it's just, she went through so much, and at the end, like, she wasn't always joyful, but she still stuck to her guns, and I just really appreciated what she went through. And at the end, she did try to find peace and joy afterwards, so I really did like that. And to be honest, I don't think I would have been that way. Like, if I were to go through some of the things she went through, first, I don't think I would have been able to, and at this point in my life, I don't think I would have been able to find the joy that Tally did. Then we move on to peace, and for peace we are to name a river or a body of water that is important to the story. And that question totally took me back to Bible camp times, when you would sing peace like a river, joy like a fountain, love like an ocean. Okay, come on guys, like, anybody else grow up with that? I chose River Secrets by Shannon Hale, and it literally has river in the title, and it deals with a lot of water and a lot of rivers in here. And water and rivers are pretty essential to the storyline, which I'm not going to go into because that'll be spoiling. Patience is name a book that you are anticipating or anticipated reading, and I'm going with Fox by Nadine Brandes. This is probably my most anticipated read, next to The Orphan's Wish by Melanie Dickerson. But I'm just so excited because I haven't had a Guy Fawkes or a Bonfire Night story yet that I've come across, and Nadine is just an incredible writer. I am totally excited for it, and July seriously cannot come fast enough because that is a long, long time to wait for this. We move on to kindness, and for kindness we are to name a selfless character, and I chose Magdalene from The Noble Servant because honestly she went through also so much, like getting made into a servant, not being able to flee and get help, not being able to talk to somebody about what is going on for fear of her life, for fear of another's life. But she was dedicated to her work, she was kind to those around her, her kindness was shown through what she was going through. She didn't complain, she didn't blame God for everything that she went through or blame others. She just took her lot but was so kind and generous to those around her while she was doing it, which is pretty incredible. So I love a lot of the character that Melanie gives her characters, and I really loved seeing Magdalene's kindness and gentleness through this whole ordeal, because I would have been straight up bitter. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I would have been straight up bitter and demanding justice, which she never did, which is just mind-boggling and incredible and completely humbling to read sometimes. For goodness, we are to name a book with a shocking plot twist that had you like, oh my goodness. And that I chose Unblemished by Sarah Ella. I can't remember exactly what plot twist, like this is so bad. This is why I reread books, because I read them a couple months later, I'm just like, what happened? So I know there was a couple of things in here that had me like, whoa, what? So I know there's like several plot twists, as well as in Unraveling, like Sarah Ella definitely got some good plot twists going. So this, I just picked it, but I couldn't remember the exact plot twists, and I didn't want to pick the Anomaly trilogy again. So I picked Unblemished. This is due for a reread because I do want to reread both of them back to back right before Unbreakable. I know there's a couple of plot twists in here that had me like, oh my goodness, where are we going with this? That was really exciting. So the Unblemished trilogy is pretty good for plot twists and cliffhangers. Faithfulness. Name an author whose books you always buy without question. And for this, we're going to go with, obviously, with Melanie Dickerson, because, oh boy, because I literally own everything she's ever written, and I buy every book she's ever going to write without question. Like, I need to go pre-order The Orphan's Wish right now, because I have not yet done that. But, yeah, Melanie Dickerson. And now I need to find a way to put these books down or back on my shelf. And now my shelf's a mess because I did not think that one through, so moving on. And next we move on to Gentleness, and that is to show your most damaged book. Let me see if I can find a damaged book, because I try to be very good with my books. That'll probably be a middle grade book, because I was one of those monsters that dog-eared pages and was not very nice to my books, so I can find one. So I actually found a couple. I found my Great Illustrated Classics editions of Heidi, and it's damaged, it's dog-eared, it's yellowed from age, which is bizarre because I have, ooh, like, it's falling apart. So I definitely, Heidi, that was one of my first chapter books as a kid, so I read that a lot. And then I had this Laurie McDaniel One Last Wish book, and because I hate mass market paperbacks. Look how bad this spine is, like it's destroyed. Because obviously past Angela did not take care of her books the way present Angela does. And the last but not least, we have Self-Control, and that is the name the strangest place you've ever read because you couldn't wait any longer to continue the story. And honestly, I don't read in public. I don't take books with me because it's damaging, and also I don't read in public. Probably the bathroom, like when I'm in the bathtub or in the bathroom, like anybody else. Yeah, that was probably the strangest place. We're gonna move on. So that was the Fruits of the Spirit book tag. I am going to be tagging my friend Felicia from the Little Prairie Library, as well as Liddy from Whimsical Hufflepuff. You ladies are tagged to do the Fruits of the Spirit book tag. So don't forget to go over and say hello to Jessie Dawn. She is brand new. She has 3 videos up, and already I am super jealous of her fantastic vlogging style, and I am just really impressed with that. So she has fantastic videos. Go check her out. Go say hi. Links are somewhere. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!